To show you how to generate an SSH key. This is just like being your own locksmith, but for servers. All you need to do is offer your public key to your hosting provider, or just install the SSH key yourself to gain access to a server, its console, and also basically its FTP. What will you need for this tutorial? It'll be a few different pieces of software. You'll need PuttyGen, Putty, and WinSCP. And you can grab these pieces of software at this website that I have on my screen here, so nite.com/putty-winscp. That'll give you the direct download link. Ninite gives you one-click hassle-free installs, so it's pretty freaking awesome. It'll bring you the package PuttyGen, Putty, and WinSCP. Basically, it brings you all the extra Putty tools that normally wouldn't come packaged in with Putty if you went directly to the website, so I generally tend to prefer to teach people this method. The other thing that you're going to need is hastebin.com, so HASTEBIN.com, and this is what that website looks like. Basically, you write some stuff in here and hit save, Control S, and there you go. So first things first, you're going to want to download the actual software to your desktop. So when this thing pops up, just let it go. Run this. Basically, you can see a couple of green bars and then away you go, it's finished. Mine's going to tell me that I've already updated everything and everything's all good to go. Oh, I guess my Putty needed updating. You can now basically delete this file. You're never going to need it again unless you'd like to update it, so you can shift delete and away it goes. First thing after that is open up PuttyGen here, and you're going to see this lovely window. The first button you're going to want to click is generate, and the more you move your mouse, the better. And this is your SSH key. There's a couple of settings here that I recommend that you assess, like possibly being nice and naming your key. Note how that changed up here. And the key strength, which 1024 is okay, it's sufficient, but I recommend at least 2048, just why not. Now the next step is you're going to want to take this little section of information here, and you're going to want to copy all of this over into Hastebin. So you're going to want to highlight it. Note how it says public key for pasting into OpenSSH unauthorized _ keys file here. Every single person I've ever taught how to do this has always got this part wrong. I need this specific key if I want to gain access to the server. So what I need you to do is paste it over here into Hastebin, hit Control S, and then you share this little URL that it created up at the top with the actual person that you'd like to get to install your key. The other thing that you want to do is you want to save your private key. So in my case, I'm going to save it without a passphrase just because I'm just trying to be quick. Save this to desktop. My super private key that I won't share with anyone .ppk. I'm going to save this to my desktop and it should pop up right here. I can now actually close Putty Key Generator, and I'm going to open up WinSCP next. WinSCP is nice and quick. You can literally just type in the IP address. Once you're done that, you can click Advanced, navigate to the SSH authentication on the left-hand side, and then point it at your private key. At this point, you click OK, and then you can save this. I've already got this a bunch of other times saved on the left panel, so just hit Login. Mine gives me errors because I just copied my session, but there you go. Now you can edit your files. Switching real quick over to Putty. Make sure to fill in your username and IP address into the host name here. Give it a name and save sessions. In my case, I called it Potato Session. Navigate to SSH on the left-hand side. Go to Auth, and then tell it where your SSH key is. In my case, it's right here. It's my super private key. we just type in the username right here. So in this case, root at, now you can type the IP address, or in my case, because I know how to use my DNS, which is not something I'll cover, okay, you type that in, then you play with any other features you'd like. So for example, you could change the different colors and things like that to get the sort of non-standard black and white output that I get. And then you can go expand SSH, then click on auth, then click browse. From here you can type or look for your private key, which we wrote or saved to the desktop, my super private key that I won't share with anyone. And then I can go back up, and because I don't want to type this in every single time, I type a name in here for it. So in my case it's potato. And now I can just hit open and it will start a new session. Now because I haven't installed it, I get this error. It says server refused our key. So seeing as I created this key just for the tutorial, I'm not going to take the effort to actually go in and install it. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to log in just to show you what it looks like. So that was through the menu from the top, but I'm going to go to the new session here. And I'm going to search for, let's say, NX2 root. Load, just to show you that it's the same setup. There's nothing different here. Again, expand SSH, click on auth. There's my location of my current key. Enjoy trying to obtain that, and open. So now I've just showed you two ways to get in. Now basically what an SSH key pair is, just to let you know, the actual tutorial is finished now. I'm just going to go on to kind of explain what the heck an SSH key is. Essentially, when you've been when you generated a key with PuTTyGen right here, and you had this screen up, and you typed in 2048, generate, wiggle your mouse a whole crap ton, you create a key pair. Now this key pair, there will be a public key and a private key. The public key is kind of like a tumbler for a lock, which you can install into your server's doorway. The place that you install that, instead of course a lock like this, lovely gold one right here, is located in /home space or / your username /.ssh in Linux. The dot will hide this directory. So in some file browsers, you won't be able to see it. But then there's a text file in here. You can edit just with Notepad or Notepad++ or any of those different editors called authorized_keys. Literally, you just copy this text verbatim from top to bottom right into that file. And now when I come to the server with my username equipped in hand, and I've got my private key associated by PuTTY here, and I go and I try and communicate with this server here, it says, oh, well, just so happens to be that I have the username that you're looking for, and that username also has the public key that matches your private key. Welcome home. Anyway, that's my rough tutorial on how to teach you what's going on and how to connect to a console using PuTTY. Thanks for watching. If I can figure out where the heck the stupid thing is.